What sacrifices have your parents made for you?
They made financial sacrifices. I didn't know it at the time, but we were not poor, but we didn't have a lot. And by me not knowing it at the time, and I was able to get everything that I needed.
Most of the time when I was growing up, our dad worked two jobs. And I think that was a huge sacrifice. The night job and day job, I'm sure with heavy labor.
My mom was a stay-at-home mom, and then when she went to work, we had more.
Going without to give to us.
I remember going to the fair, and the state fair is very expensive, and we all got to go, and we got to get what we wanted.
How hard they worked daily. Mama had her job at Packard Electric, and our lives changed after that.
They sacrificed buying things for themselves, definitely very expensive. And I know that there's things that they wanted to do that they weren't able to do, maybe vacations that they wanted to take, they couldn't take, but they always made sure we had everything that we need.
She sewed most of our dresses growing up. For Christmas and Easter, she put special attention to whatever outfit she was making for us, and we loved them. She made my romper and Lisa's romper just alike. They were blue with white shirts underneath, and Sheila and Pam had brown with yellow shirts underneath. They were really, really cute.
I remember when I was in the 6th grade, I was in the band, and the instruments cost a lot. And I played drums, and I played xylophones, and I was able to get that brand new, and those made the sacrifice. It was an investment.
I just thought you ask, you get. And I don't remember being without anything.
And being brought up in a home with 7 children, that meant a lot to me.
I know everything was not always the way that we thought it should have been, but they took God's principles and they instilled that in us, and they raised us, and look at us. I think we've all turned out great.
What's your favorite memory of them?
She swam in the yard up under the water sprinkler, and my daddy used to sprinkle us water down, and we just thought we would just hate the beach.
I was probably in the 9th or 10th grade, and I had never had any bought pants. We didn't wear them out anywhere, and I wanted some pants to wear to the party. The night of the party, Mama had some material that she already had, and she cut it out. And I want to say without a pattern, because she wouldn't have had a reason to have a pattern, because she didn't make pants for us. And she made a pair of pants for me to wear to the party. They were ivory, and I believe I wore a rose-colored shirt. I was so happy. I remember asking about pants, but I didn't know she was going to make some for me. And it just, I'll never forget that. It was really special, something special just for me.
Road trips. I love the road trips that we used to take. They made it so much fun, because it was so unexpected, because they were so hard on us, as far as being disciplinarians. And you get in the car and they make jokes, and they'll stop at McDonald's, whereas that was off limits to us and all of that. So they made everything fun, and they made sure that we got a vacation, even if we just went to the Mississippi Gulf Coast, an hour away, or 2 hours away, whatever it was. But the rules that they made, the oldest one sits in the front, the next 2 oldest sit in the back by the window, and all the rest of us had to just squeeze in the middle.
My adult life, it was a leak in Pearl. It was a gas leak, and the police went to door and asked everybody to leave. They did not want to leave. It was Mama and Daddy, Sister Dylan, and Aunt Christola. They decided it was they're of age that they could go on to heaven. Aunt Christola said she had her ticket. Sister Dylan just wasn't gonna leave. So Bud called me because they called me Charlotte. And I called them and I said, what color would you like? And they said, what are you talking about? I said, well, you want a double funeral or a single funeral? And they decided, instead of them packing suitcases, they packed paper bags and came to my house to spend the night.
Family time, the times we spent together, holidays, picnics outside, my dad playing ball with us. We would play ball in the yard, and he would play with us and our neighbors, and it wasn't really enough to make a whole game, but he would pitch for both teams. We would hit and run around the bases, and those are memories that I will never forget.
On Sundays, we would go to the reservoir after church and barbecue and swim and play and just have fun and with everybody.
They made a game out of a lot of things that we did. And when my mom wanted us to be still, she would say, you know what, I have a game. Let's play defreezer. Today's term is just a regular freezer. And we used to sit still on the couch, all of us, and get a blanket and just sit there and just we're the defreezer. I mean, it's crazy now. I don't know how she conned us, but that's her mom.
They renewed their vows when their 50th anniversary. I had the pleasure of giving my mother away to my dad, and hearing my dad sing to my mom, hearing him basically just admit what an amazing woman she is and how blessed he was to have her. It was just amazing to see the love and just their relationship, and just the whole experience of celebrating 50 years was amazing.
I appreciate our upbringing. We couldn't just roam around the neighborhood. They had boundaries, and as we got older, the boundaries were extended. And I think that's a good way to raise kids. We couldn't do just because the other kids could do. But those boundaries being extended as you got older, even riding a bicycle down the street, you could always had to be in view of the house. And as we got older, we would slip and go a little further, and maybe they didn't know that. But the boundaries were extended, and that way, once you get, in high school, those boundaries are still there, and you respect those boundaries. And I think it's a good way to raise kids, because as you mature, you're not as green as some kids are. And you didn't just go out and do things because you always thought about the way you were raised.
I love their sense of humor. They both have a wonderful sense of humor, and they're so much alike, and we just have a great time when we're together.
They're down with each other. They may argue and try to get you on their side, but at the end of the day, she's down with him, he's down with her, which I really appreciate that, because that's what love is all about. That's the agape love that God asked us to do, and they have to do, and they have it.
My mom always taught us and the grandchildren to love one another and do unto others as you had them do unto you.
Thank you so much for being my rock, for always believing in me and always speaking life over me, that you saw greatness in me, even when I was a small child, and you've always encouraged me, and I've always felt special. That's one of the things that you instilled in me, that I was special, and that a lot of who I am today, Mom, has to do with the way that you loved me, and that you always made me feel highly of myself. And to my dad, you gave me my love for sports. I remember when I was really small that you taught me how to be a pitcher, and I was a successful pitcher. I know that your dream for me was to go to the Major League Baseball, but God had other plans. But you also, Dad, made me feel special. I think one of the times when I was young, and you used to always call home before you came home and ask me if I wanted some candy. And I remember I loved Now Later so much, and that you would always bring it home, like you could have forgotten, but you always took that time to bring it. And I would always wait up, always wanted to see if you brought it, and you never let me down, and that you were always there for me, that you've always been my biggest cheerleader in life.
Thank you for being a good example, a role model. I really appreciate them showing me good work ethics and how to treat people and do it to others, and you have them to do it to me. So I love that.
I thank them for working hard to teach us how to work hard.
And is there anything you'd like to say to your parents?
I love you both. I love who I am because of both of you.
Appreciate the love and commitment that they made to us.
Mom and Dad, I love you so much. I thank God that you all are still here with us, and that we're all still here in our right mind. And I just want to say thank you for everything that you've done for us. I think you're a wonderful wife, husband. I think you're a wonderful mom, dad. I think you're a wonderful grandmother, grandfather, and great-grandfather and great-grandmother. And may the Lord bless you with 60 more years. This might, everything comes around again. You all may be like Methuselah. Amen.
I just like to thank them for 60 years of being together and keeping the family together, that we all still one family, big family, and for setting a great example for all of us.
I feel so complete by having two amazing parents who instill God and love in all of us. And because of your love, we have love for one another, and we're able to go out to love others in the world.
Loved about marriage.
Love. Love, that's it. Love. That's what I love about marriage. Love. When you love the one you with and the one that's loving you back. You can't beat that.
What do you love about your wife?
Her sweetness, her kindness. She's a good cook. She has great ideas, but she has great understanding. She has the ability to map things out that it would take me forever to get it, but just overnight she comes up with some great and good ideas. And she's fond of her children, grandchildren, her in-laws. She loves them all. And the things that she says is so dear and so sweet. Make me feel like if we could do it all over again, we'd try and come on up with the same thing.
Anything you change in marriage?
Age, that's all.
Yeah.
And it's only a number.
Yeah.
And it comes in different varieties, but that's it. One time we were discussing we wouldn't have quite as many children as we had. But after having them, we wouldn't take the world from them. But sometimes before I take them back, I'd add more to them.
Is there anything you'd like to say to your wife?
I love you, darling, always and forever. Even in high school, all the letters that I would write you, I'd end it with love, always and forever.
I always try to live by my vows. For better, for worse, we stay together. And I think more couples should do that. My husband's a good provider. Went to work every day. And I think and he cook, clean up, he would wax my floor, he would do all the mopping, and he would cook breakfast every holiday, every Sunday and Saturday morning when they was coming up. Thank him for being my husband, and I think he was a good provider. He had some bad times and some good times, but I think the good times outweigh the bad times. Thank you for 7 beautiful children, 16 grands, and 20 great grands. I love you.